Bonjour, my darlings. Welcome to 2020. You are actually in my office, my home office, and this is where the back end of the operations of the store happens. This is where I print out menus. This is where I edit the website, post on Facebook. This is where I figure out what uniforms we will have for certain brunches. This is the inspiration to whatever it is that we do and the travels that we have. I'll give you a tour of my Zen tea room here at home and how we organize our kitchen. So let's begin. This is basically just some of the stuff that I have and some of the things that inspires me. I have a different closet for the shoes, the clothes, and all the other bags. But this is what usually ignites my imagination and what inspires me in terms of how we will decorate the store, the cakes that we will make, and how we present ourselves, the clothes, and everything else. So it's an entire thing. So this is the beauty area, the accessory area. So I'm pretty sentimental. I keep things that means a lot to me. So like I would have this rice pearl necklace that was given to me by a colleague back in the 90s. I don't remember her family name, but her name's Sheila, and it's super, super nice. I like it a lot because it's like a choker, and back then it wasn't even totally popular, so I like that. I like Tory Burch, I like white, I like Chanel, so there's many things that inspires me the most. So like this one, this is I have a mirror in front of there. A headband that was given to me by Sheena, so I keep that. It's memorable to me. And if we walk over here, these are, I love bangles, and I have this like, so that's my husband calling. Give me 1 minute. Papa. I'm in the middle of a blog.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Alright. No, I just missed Mama already.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Why did you call?
Because I missed Mama already.
No, I'm serious.
And just see what your plan was with dinner, but I did miss Mama.
Depends on you. We'll figure it out later. Okay.
Alright. Well, can I pick up some stuff for chicken while I'm out here, like a no-go for later?
Okay, that sounds good.
Alright. Alright.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's my husband. He calls like every other hour. So, okay, so one of the things that we are, what were we talking about? Alright, so I like bangles. I'll just edit that. So I like bangles. I like cuffs. So this is like a Chanel bangle. So this has a story with this because I wore this with this one day and I was at work and I accidentally left it in the ladies' room. And back then, one of my colleagues, I said, oh, never mind, forget about it. She said, no, that's a Chanel cuff. So she went out of her way to actually look for it. She went to the lost and found, she talked to the building admin, and she found it. That's why I always remember her. She's a really, really nice girl. She's really, really pretty as well. I have a Dior. It's super old already, but there, I like that. And I like to mix up high-end and regular stuff because I don't even really care about how much it costs. I just like it, and that's how life should be. So I have this, I think it's maybe $10. I got it on Facebook, and it has the letter K, so I'm all about the letter K, so that one. And there you go. And I got this from Etsy because I appreciate regular, not regular, but local talent. And this is like something we use at our Game of Thrones um, uh, themed brunch. And I love it. Speaking of what's important to me, you'll see here my children. Not many know this, but I have older children, and my eldest, I'm a grandma, and I have a granddaughter, and she's turning 1 this year, and my eldest daughter, she's 28, I think, 28 maybe, or 29. And then my son and my daughter, and of course, a lot of you know about Hermes. So I love Chanel, I love Dior. Those are the things that I like. I like romantic things. I like just something that is happy and exudes um, confidence and vibrance. So if we move over here, so these are some of my bag collections. This is just the ones that I put here in my office because there's no more space. um, but beside it, it's just the ones that I use more often and that has a little bit more value. So I like Birkins, and I only have a few. This one was given by my son. Um, he gave it to me about 7 years ago. 7 years ago, and I have like an Alexander McQueen knuckle bag. So I don't really use it because I think I've gotten old already to use something like this when I was younger probably. And the classic Chanel bags, the quilted ones. This is they call it not the pearl, the caviar. This is the caviar, and this is a Dolce and Gabbana, and we have the Kelly bags, and this is my Celine. My daughter gave me a Dior pouch. I'm not really a pouch person, but she gave me that. The thing with my children is that when they give me something, they give it in twos. Two is a really good number because it means if you have one blessing, another will follow. So she gave me a gray one that I've been using in the store. So that's the gray one. I just put handle covers so that it lasts longer. And my son my son gave me 2 Birkins, I think. He gave me this one and that one. And one day I was not feeling so well, and I said, I don't know why. I was missing home, and he sent me um, a shoulder strap bag. I don't even know what the names of these are. My children just keep on giving me stuff. So he gave me this one, and what's the other one? Oh, he gave me this one. So it's it's a Gucci sling bag. Sometimes I think I'm too old for it, but my children keep on giving me stuff. So this is a sling bag that he gave. So now I just sit. And what else? So these things inspire me. That's why this year we did quite a bit of Gucci, Chanel, and Dior inspired pastries. Oops, sorry. Okay. So I have never used this yet. So, but, and then these are my much older bags. So this is a jelly bag. It's super sturdy. I've had this like years as well. So it's from Furla. They were the first ones who did the jelly bag. And the real Furla jelly bag is very sturdy and stable. You can't, yeah, it doesn't fall apart. So initially I've been using it a lot, but again, style evolves as you get older. So when I was younger, I'd use I love Coach, Charles Keith. Um, I still have a Charles Keith. This was given to me by um, a former colleague of mine. They got married and they made me their godmother. And I still keep it. The straps are, I don't use it anymore because the straps are very delicate now after all these years. And then inside it is the, what's this? Nine West. I used to love Nine West when I was a little bit younger. And guess what? I have an Aldi's. I used it when I was doing my grocery. So, okay. So I just keep that there. And my husband, I like small bags lately. So this is super cute there. My husband got this for me. I really, really liked it a lot. And before they closed their shop, he made sure I got one. It's from Here Today, and I don't even know how much it is. It's vegan. And does it have a price? See, it still has a price. $19.99 from Here Today, but they closed. They didn't feng shui their name because when you say Here Today, gone tomorrow. So they should have changed their name. So company names are important. Numbers, shoes, some of my favorite shoes. So Andy has been my assistant for the last, how many years? 2012, 8, oh my God, 8 years. She's been my assistant for 8 years, and her job used to be just make sure that the bags and shoes are clean and my clothes are well kept. And so when she got here, she was like, what happened to your shoes? They're all downstairs in the storage. Maybe about 50 nice ones are just downstairs. They're like sad. Because I don't wear heels anymore as often. I only wear heels when we have to go out with my husband. You can't wear heels in a bake shop. So, okay, so one of the few things, some of the few things that I can't like just put in the storage downstairs is my Zara shoes. So I love it so much. I have the black and the brown one. This is probably about 7 to 8 inches high, but it's really, really easy to walk on. It's very comfortable. And oh, if you're from the Philippines, Parisian shoes make some of the most fabulous shoes. Don't snub them because they have the best design. So this one I got, it's a wedge, and I still have it after 10 years. Yeah, 10 years, I think. Oh, no, sorry. Maybe just about 8 years. And then this one I got from LA. This is from DB, and super nice. You don't really see the leopard print. I'm not a big fan of leopard print, but I like the gold detail. I like the velvet material and the high stiletto gold heel. And then the other one I like is, okay, here, it's a fabulous shoe. Rahul Laurel is a designer from the Philippines, and he made the Sensei shoes. He made a limited edition, and I was able to get some of them. And this is my super favorite. So it looks like it's Japanese inspired now, some say, and it's metallic. And I don't think he sells this anymore, but he should, because it's really, really a masterpiece. And some of my favorite shoes is, ta-da! This is not too high, but this is a Cynthia Rowley, super cute. I like this embellished detail, so that's one of the important things for us at the bake shop is presentation. Not just for the food, but us as well. How we dress is important because it's a sign of respect to the people that come to the store. So these are some of the dresses that didn't make the cut. Some did, or I don't know, but these are some of the selection we've had. And I like this pink. That's definitely not a selection. That's for my personal use. Um, it's super deep, so it can't. But I like it. It's long. It has pockets. It has a pocket there. And if you know me, I like deep cut uh, neckline because there's really nothing there, so it doesn't look distracting. Um, this is one of my favorites. I wore this to a wedding. Uh, can't wear this in the store, but I wore this to a wedding of a good friend of ours. And this is another favorite of mine. It's through and through. So that's, and this one didn't make it. This is a dolce. So my husband is not a big fan of this because it has too much going on, he said. I like this one. We like the Gucci. Gucci is super nice. I got a lot of compliments on how the fit is, the sleeve length. It looks really, really nice. This one, I wore it with it's a Versace, wore it with a gold belt. And, oh, my favorite, I know, tada, orange. It's like shorts. I wore it to the Maroon 5 concert with my daughter. And this is a Versace. So Jessica and I wore this to our Unicorns and Mermaids brunch. So it has pants and it has like a small tutu skirt. And also one of my favorites, this one. It has like a ribbon. You tie a ribbon there. And oh yeah. I like this. This is Dior, and somebody joked it looks like the German flag, but I love it. We used it for Mother's Day for our Dior. Yeah, so we wore it. This one I haven't even worn, but I love it. So I like long, flowy, girly dresses. So, what? Oh, yeah, this made it to the cut. This is a Dolce & Gabbana. Yeah, it's a Dolce. I always mistake it. It's a Dolce. I like the sleeves. I like the fit. It's like, so you can move around. So this is good for the store for our brunches. And then we have this. I wore it to my husband's 55th birthday. And what else? Didn't make it. Oh well, the others are like this one I got from the Philippines from apartment. It just says apartment. I love it. I was much thinner back then. And this is my ultimate Kim Kardashian dress. So wear it with boots and vest or whatever you like to embellish it. And then, oh, yep, I have this vintage Chanel trench coat. I got it from a dainty store in a small shop in Paris. If you are, what do you call this, adventurous enough to go to those small quaint little shops, you'll find a lot of deals there. So that one, I got a really, really good price for it. And that's about it for the inspiration of something to look forward to. And this is the inspiration that we have when we open the next store. And I'll show you the tea room downstairs. Welcome to our tea room. So this is the place where my husband and I usually hang out. This is also sometimes where I eat breakfast. Because I'm a late sleeper, I also wake up kind of late. And this is where I usually hang out. I am not the type who watches TV the first thing they do in the morning. I don't also rush out for work because we don't open the store until 10 o'clock. But I think that would need to change later on. So let me show you around. So this is a Japanese curtain that I got in one of my travels. These chairs are actually from a thrift store. So most of the stuff in this room is not even as expensive as people might think it is. But it's a matter of uh, incorporating pre-loved things in your life and then love it some more. So these are some of the tea sets that I have in some of my travels. Well, let me begin first with my Buddhas, my Buddha collection. So I like Buddhas and I believe in Buddhism, but I'm also Catholic. So Buddhism is not a religion of mine. It is the teachings that I believe in. So I'm a big Feng Shui person, so I believe in the Bagua and incorporating good flow of energy. We believe that windows have to be open during the day to let the good chi come in and flow in your house. These are the other. I like this one because he or she is very shining, shimmering, and I like shining, shimmering things. So this one is a black and white. This one is like a terracotta. So they all have their different personalities, and I love that about these collections of mine. I also like to paint. Very early on in my younger years, my father commissioned a master painter to teach me how to draw, paint, because that was arts. He knew early on that arts was an interest of mine. So this is one of my paintings. I always joke my husband that it's watching over him. And then if we move on to my tea set collections, this is just a few. I have more over there, but I'll show you that a little later. This is more for like an Italian espresso. So that's more European. The rest of it is more Asian. I got this one from one of my regulars, Mary, and she was trying to look for a new home for some of her tea sets, so I got some of them. This is another tea set that I love. So I like tea, as you can see. Oops, sorry. So like, it's part of our culture. It's part of our way of life. So when I tell you that whatever it is we do in the store, it's actually a way of life. It's not just because for business, but it's a way of life that I would like to share to everyone. I like hosting, but sometimes people misinterpret it as you're their server or waitress. We are your hosts, and we'd like to share with you the beauty of whatever it is that we have in our experiences. So this one is Baroque. So we incorporate it with, just put stuff together, and we literally use it. So there is not a room in the house that is for show. Every section, every part of the house is being used. So this one is probably I think it is, I got this from it's made in Italy, and I got this from an estate sale. And the gentleman that passed away, bless his soul, he loves traveling, or he traveled to China, and this is one of his collections. And his family didn't know what to do with it, and I took it. And when they learned that I was interested in it, they kind of made the price a little higher. But I took it anyway. So it has a bit of a crack, so I have to be careful with it. But this is pure ivory. Pure ivory. And so careful. I hope my son doesn't break it someday. But it's just there and he doesn't touch anything. So this is from the Philippines. My sister-in-law gave it to me. This is from the Ivatan tribe in where what's the place, Andy? Um, Not Ilocos, the very not Apari. I forgot where my brother is from. Huh? No, she's not even. Well, she's okay. I will post it below which part of the. I'm so blank right now. Please, sorry, Charo. I love you, and I still keep these things. And people don't realize, but when they give me gifts, I really keep them, and I cherish them. For me, gift giving is something like you give to yourself. Do you remember what place that is? I'm horrible. What place is it? I don't even know where my brother lives. The place where he lives now. Okay, we'll remember it later. But yeah, this means a lot to me. So this is from that place, and I like getting cups or tea sets from places that I've been to. And I know a lot of people have collections as a whole, but each item for me has a meaning. So this is like, you put chili here, and this is the soy sauce. And this one I also got, you won't believe. This is probably about 16th century China. If you go to America, people like to just like give away stuff, and I pick them up, and I got this from Goodwill. They were selling it for $4, but I'm like, what is wrong with people? They just gave it away, practically gave it to Goodwill for somebody to pre-love it. And I'm sure most of them just wanted to look for a home. And this I got from Mary, and I like it. It's very fabulous. It goes with a matching, isn't that cool? That's super nice. She had it, and probably she didn't have a space for it anymore. And so I'm loving it. If you're watching, I'm loving all the stuff that I got from you. She didn't even charge me so much for it. She just wants a home for them. So there goes. This is another portion of my tea sets. Love this. And people don't realize that I even let them, when we had the Japanese theme, I let them use it. So this is a cherry blossom black tea set. Love it. And this one, this is super cute. This is my cherry blossom collection, and this is, I think, inverted. I think my son tried to play with it, but this is a sake container. Again, cherry blossom. And this one, these two I got from the streets in Thailand. So isn't this just so cute? This is so neat. So if you see, let's have some tea. Look at that. That's super cute. So of course you don't use it. It's for display, but it's real ceramic. It has a little bit of damage, so I have to be careful. This is a little bit more modern. Some of the teacups my daughter got from her travels as well. So this one has a gold, that's literally gold, design. And it doesn't even really go together, but for some reason they match. And this one has, the thing with these is that I really use them. But you have to be careful if you get something with a gold plate because you can't put it in the microwave. And above there is our Mama Mary. I'm a Catholic, and this is Coco's footprint. So there you go. And oh, this is a real katana. Just so you know, it protects our home. So if I don't know if it's a real one. It's a Japanese katana, and we haven't even cleaned it in a long time, but it's super, super sharp. It can literally chop off a head. So this is, we don't have any other form, at least my husband, I don't know, form of protection. But if somebody tries to invade our home, I am going to chop your head. So don't be fooled by this. So again, this one I got from St. Vincent de Paul. I tell you, if you're living in the Philippines and you're watching this right now, there's a lot of stuff here that you will not believe I'm able to create and decorate our home with. I'm not a big fan of buying expensive and extravagant furniture. I put that on bags and shoes and jewelry. Okay, so here's a section of our home that we is our souvenir area. So these are our travels. I usually get like an espresso cup or a, what do you call that? A mug. So from New York. And this, and I love, if there's anything I love, it's snow globes. I'm obsessed with snow globes. So this one is one of the first snow globes I've ever had, and if you can see, there's some residue there already, and the Empire State is already, what do you call this? Oh my gosh, you know what? I think it's the Twin Towers, because when I went to New York, the first time I went to New York, the Twin Towers were still there. This is Colorado, Idaho. My best friend lives in Idaho. I'm not sure why she likes the land of potato, but hey, she's happy there, so let her be. And then Chicago, where's this? Arizona, places we've been to in the US, New Orleans. I've also been to Guam, Canada, Dubai. My brother gave this to me, but I'm kind of broke. I don't want to throw it away because it reminds me of my brother. I'm sentimental like that. And one thing people don't know about me, I love horses. So I have a collection of different kinds of horses over there. And this one was given to me by our business neighbor, Roy and Stephanie. And this one again from some of my travels overseas. This is my Filipino collection. So this is a, what do we call, tricycle. In Thailand it's called the tuk-tuk, but in the Philippines it's called the tricycle. And my husband bought this when he went to the Philippines in one of his travels there. My daughter gave me this. It's very Filipino. So, and this is Vietnam. This is actually from Malaysia. And this, I tell you how sentimental I am. This is my daughter when she was 5 years old. I still keep it. And this is how small her hand is. And now she's running an entire company. I mean, I'm the luckiest mama ever. My husband has his golf collection here at some point, and this is from a very rare what do you call this, golf ball from Mr. Corting. Again, I keep my children's artworks. So she made this when she was small. That's Stephanie. And what's the other thing she made? This one she made, but now she makes more intricate art than I do. I still critique her baking, but she's doing an okay job. But hey, people order from her, so she's fine. And then this is a piggy bank that she made when she was probably about 6 years old. And now she is, how old is she? She's probably 26. Oh, no. She's 1995, so she's probably turning, yeah, she's turning 26. Oh my God, I'm so old. See, I like things. It's for me, it's legacy. When you see children grow up and they become this fabulous people, I feel that way when the children that come to the shop and they order cakes or attend some of my classes, and then I see them now, they're like, oh, they can make macarons. When they first came here, they can't even bake anything. They now can make bread, they make macarons, they make and decorate cakes. So that's your legacy. Teaching people or teaching others what you know is just extraordinary. That's why I'm always hands up to teachers. What else do I have? These are Filipino recipe books. So if we move around here, so this is our living room. I won't show much. Just to show how we organize at home. And it's not just for show. We're like this every day. So it's a little bit organized today. So we label everything, so it's easy to access, and you don't have to like look for everything. So I like, this is inexpensive baskets. You just print out and laminate. So we have Asian mixes, mashed potatoes, the cake mixes. We have canned meat, but a label for canned meat. But this is the only canned meat we have. we don't really eat as much preservatives as much as we can. So that's it, and I'll just show you around the kitchen. It's very simple. We have 2 ovens and pasta. This one, oh, this was given by Jessica. So I like to display. Oh, yeah, and this one was given by Maureen. So I'm not ready to keep it yet, but I really, really appreciate her. She's a fabulous girl. She rides horses, drives a motorcycle, drives a Jeep. She's hardcore. She's a hunter. So I'm not into hunting, but she's like, she lives her life to the fullest, and that's one of the most fabulous people I've ever met. So I love this. Oops, sorry. Okay, gingerbread guy. So I'm not yet ready to keep him or her. Him, I think it's a him. So I'll just keep that there. So my husband keeps a stack of liquor from time to time if we want to have wine. He likes Baileys. He likes, oh my gosh, what do you call it? Sake. This is the sake brand that we drink. So it's super strong. So you just get a little bit of shot. We have it's a little bit messy here, so maybe not show this. But this is another artwork that we've done. We wanted to make it, if you look from here, we wanted to make it look more Italian. So each space of the house has a bit of international feel. So that's a Dolce & Gabbana kind of feels. And I love this wallpaper. It's an old fridge, and since we can't purchase a totally new one, I just, hey, why not? Wallpaper is life. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my favorite spaces, and I'm looking forward to see you soon when we open the store. Au revoir.